back to another video. It's Jose Rodriguez, leader of the REJ team with Keller Williams here in New York. And today I'm going to be speaking about the difference between selling it with a real estate agent versus selling it on your own, and why it's so important to know this distinction, even if you're veering off selling it on your own rather than just listing it with an agent. First thing that I can point out is that when you're going on the MLS and on the market multiple listing service versus just putting it on Zillow and Realtor.com and Truly and all those other sites, what you have to understand is that many of those sites allow you to place your listing on those sites for free, because it allows those sites to now target their consumers and make more money out of their consumers. What do I mean by this? You as a seller are not the consumer of Zillow. The consumer of Zillow are the agents that are paying hundreds and thousands of dollars for marketing, so that when people click on your home, their pictures are going to be right next to the house, which you could see if you go on Zillow right now, and it'll leave your number all the way down below, while they have their featured real estate agents with their cell phone numbers right up above. And what a buyer first sees is, number one, they see the house, but number two, as soon as they look to the right, they could see all the other agents that are currently being marketed and featured on that listing, simply because they're paying Zillow to allow more space into their site so that they can view those agents and call those agents versus directly calling the homeowner. So that's something very important to understand. Now, when you're listing it with an agent and you're putting it on the multiple listing services, automatically all the traffic that is generating, that listing is generating, is going directly towards that agent. And because that agent is representing you and your home, that agent's fiduciary duty is that anybody that gives him a call, his job is to direct that call to make sure that it's about the home. He's selling the home versus saying, oh, okay, yeah, this house is nice, but have you seen these other listings that are on the market as well? And then they end up comparing other homes that are on the market, not just yours. And that's why having an agent that can represent you is so valuable, because he's not only just going to be marketing your listing, but he's also going to be selling your listing when the proper buyer comes across, versus just showing them around with the other houses that are on the market, or maybe the other houses that those agents have on the market. Very, very important to know. The second thing I want to touch on is also, the commission, right? So selling it on your own versus selling it with an agent, a lot of people say, well, hey, the reason I'm selling it on my own is because I want to save the commission. And look, I get it. I've done things on my own when certain things has happened to my car, let's say, and I didn't want to waste time or spend money on the mechanics. I just go out there and work on the car myself. Those are just simple examples of doing certain things on your own that you can save money, just like saving the commission, which a lot of people are doing. Look, I get it. Thousands of dollars for somebody that's going to sell your house, and that's why now, when you're really talking about this subject, you really have to understand that the commission matters. And there's a lot of agents that are just going to be like, oh, I'll just do it for 4%, 3%, 2%. I look at these agents as the type of agents that you take your car to the mechanic, or you take the car to the shop, and then, they fix a few things, but then one day passes when you take it back to the house, and then other things start showing up, other symptoms, so that the problem never gets solved. Hence, the house never gets sold, or you end up selling it for lower than you should have. And therefore, yeah, I would say definitely list it on the market as a for sale by owner on your own, because look, a lot of agents just simply are just putting your house on the market and not exactly doing what they're supposed to be doing. However, when you're listing it with a professional real estate agent that can actually market your home properly, is looking for buyers every single day, either over the phone, sending emails, sending mailers out, making sure that they're representing you the correct way, what that's going to do for you is, obviously you're selling it on your own, you're saving the commission. However, what you have to think about it is, if an agent can reach a broader audience, right, or another audience that you're not reaching by just marketing it on your own, this is going to indicate that not only is that agent reaching out to buyers that are qualified and that are ready, willing, and able buyers, but at the same time, when you're reaching out to a bigger pool, there's going to be more demand. And more demand means more money, because it simply means more offers, right? Less demand means less offers, less showings, more days on market, lower offers. And that's kind of what confuses a lot of people, because the commission, if you really think about it, obviously the commission, let's say 6%, whatever your agent's charging you, up front is gonna seem like something that you're paying out of pocket, right? Which obviously it's an investment that you're making into that agent. However, when you're doing it on your own, the number that you're not seeing is how much slower the offers are gonna come, simply based on the fact that you're not getting the offers, the proper offers, because you're just simply not getting as much exposure. And another thing as well is that even when you get that offer, there's things like inspections that come along, and I've helped my sellers negotiate tens of thousands of dollars. I remember, in fact, of one house that I was working on real quick that, you know, they requested over $15,000 of repairs in their inspections, and I ended up having them negotiate it all the way down to $0, because these were all things that weren't really wrong with it. It was just the other buyer's agent or the other agent that was looking to negotiate us down. So this is just something simply for you guys to keep in mind. It's not just about finding the buyer, it's also now negotiating the inspections, negotiating contracts, what happens when so-and-so's not answering, this and that. So that's one part, but there are multiple pieces to the puzzle, especially through these times. I'm currently filming this during the COVID-19 pandemic, right? And through these times, obviously, we have to be a little bit more savvy and stay on top of everything that's going along the way. So, I mean, look, I covered just about enough during this video. If you have any more questions tailored specifically towards your situation, feel free to reach out to me. I'll leave my contact down below. Again, this is once again Jose Rodriguez, leader of the REJ team with Keller Williams here in New York. If you have any other questions, I have the answer for you. And on top of that, guys, if you have friends, family members that are looking to relocate out of New York, California, Texas, Florida, wherever it is, we are connected deeply with a group of real estate agents all around the globe that are working just like I am every single day on benefiting their clients and staying on top of their business. So I definitely have recommendations for your friends and family to make sure that they are working with somebody that's credible and is going to get the job done. Thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll catch you on the next one.